All right, guys, it's really about as close as it can get here in the National League 1908. Giants and the Cubs are tied for first. The Pirates are 5 games out, but they've won 2 in a row at the expense of the Cubs. It was a 5-game series in Pittsburgh in which the Cubs won the first 3 and then lost 2 in a row. Here now, the 2 teams come to Chicago to play, and this will be kind of the end game of this series, game number 6 of this kind of strange week-long series. This is the way it was done in 1908, I suppose. Here's Honus Wagner, who rolls a 53 for a 19. That's changed to a 16. It's a fly ball to center. Slagle's got that. There's one away. Up now is Fred Clark, and he rolls a 46 for a 29. Come back to three-finger Brown, who throws the first 2 away. Here's Tommy Leach. 61's the roll, 39 the result. That's a strike. Next is a 46 for a 27 ground ball third base, and it is Steinfeld who throws over to first. We go to the bottom of the first inning. Johnny Evers up there for the Cubs. Rolls a 64 for a 14. He'll take his base on the walk by lefty Liefeld, who gives up more than his share of walks. He's given up 23 already this season against only 10 strikeouts. Up now is Frank Chance, who's hitting 319. It's time to hit and run. And the roll is a 42 for a 41, and that's a ground ball over to the third baseman. Leach has it, throws on to first, and Evers not only makes it to second, but he ends up barreling all the way around to third base as the defense doesn't pay any attention to him. So there's one away for Jimmy Sheckard. Runner on third, just like that for the Cubs. And Sheckard rolls a 35 for a 14, and he will walk. So Liefeld has walked 2 in just 1/3 of an inning. Here's Slagle. He rolls a 53 for a 17, changed to a 20, and that's going to be a single through second. They'll score 1. And the runner on at first, Sheckard, is thrown out at third. So that play goes Wilson over to Leach. And it's a 1-0 game for the Cubs as they have only 1 hit. Here now is Johnny Kling with a runner on at second. And his roll is a 21 for a 30. It's a fly ball to Clark at left field. And he's got that for the out. We go to the top of the second inning. Chief Wilson up here, Owen Wilson, I should say, rookie for the Pirates. He rolls a 56 for a 34. It's a pop-up shortstop, and Tinker's got that one away. Abaticio, whose name I love to say, rolls a 12 for a 24. Here is the little E. The roll is a 55 out of the range. Ground ball, shortstop, wrong team. Tinker has that, throws the first 2 away. George Gibson now rolls a 66 for a 0, trying to tie this one himself. Next rolls a 62 for a 6. That's a double to right center field, just misses being a home run. Here now is Harry Swasina. So the Pirates do have a chance to get back into this one. Swasina, the only 3 RBIs this season. And he rolls a 63 for a 30. It's a fly ball to left, and Sheckard has that for the out. And we go to the bottom of the second. Joe Tinker will lead this off for the Cubs. 1-0, Chicago with the lead. Tinker rolls a 15 for an 11. That's a single, and then he steals second as Harry Steinfeld is up there. Nobody out, runner on at second, and here is Steinfeld. And he rolls a 13 for a 14. That's going to be a walk, and so there's runners on at first and second now with nobody out for Wildfire Schultz. And it really is time to bunt, so we'll bunt with him. And he rolls a 12 for a 24. There is this little E roll. Rolls a 35 out of the range, so that's a bad bunt. Bunts that back to Liefeld, who gets it, throws to Honus Wagner covering at second. He throws on to Swasina at first for the double play. Tinker goes to third, 2 outs, and here's three-finger Brown. Brown hitting 316 is a real good hitter, as you can tell by that card. Just a glance at it tells you he's pretty good. His roll is a 21 for a 30. It'll be a fly ball to left field. Clark has that, and we go to the top of the third. Still 1-0 Cubs, as they really had a chance that inning, but it ended up deserting them. Beals Becker rolls a 46 for a 27. Ground ball left side. Third baseman Steinfeld has that on to first, 1 away. Here's lefty Liefeld. Lefty rolls a 61 for 36, changed to 23. That's going to be an error on the catcher, Kling, as he tries to field that swinging bunt. Liefeld winds up on at first, and here comes Honus Wagner. Honus rolls a 43 for a 29. Ground ball back to Brown, who turns around and throws that to Tinker for the force. 2 away. Here's Fred Clark. Clark rolls a 65 for a 35. It's a foul out. Kling, the catcher's got that, and we go to the bottom of the third. It'll be Johnny Evers here for the Cubs. Evers rolls a 36 for a 33. Here's a little E roll. It's a 54, and so that's a pop-up left side. Second baseman Abaticio has that for the out, 1 away. Frank Chance now the batter. And Chance rolls a 46 for a 13. He'll strike out. There's 2 gone, and here is Jimmy Sheckard. Jimmy rolls a 33 for an 8. That's going to be a fly ball center field, and it's Becker who's got that, and we go to the top of the fourth. Still only 1-0 Cubs. It's been an eventful game, but only 1-0 is the lead. Tommy Leach, first batter, rolls a 56 for a 30. Fly ball to left, and Jimmy Sheckard's got that one away. Here's Owen Wilson. Wilson rolls a 42 for a 32 fly ball, this time to right field. Schultz has that. There's 2 away, and here's Abaticio. He rolls a 22 for an 8. That's a fly ball, pop-up rather, left side. Steinfeld has that for the out, and we will go to the bottom of the 4th. Jimmy Slagle comes up here first for the Cubs, and Slagle rolls a 46 for a 29. Comebacker over to Liefeld, who throws to first, and there's 1 away. Johnny Kling now. Kling rolls a 55 for an 8. That's a ground ball to the shortstop, Honus Wagner, who throws to first. 2 gone. Here is Joe Tinker. Tinker rolls a 54 for a 45. There is a little E roll. It's a 14, so it's within the range. That'll be changed to 21. That's an error on the first baseman, Swasina. And so Tinker reaches base. 1 error on both teams now, and here's Harry Steinfeld. He rolls a 36 for a 33. Pop-up left side. Leach has that one for the out. We go to the top of the 5th. George Gibson will lead this off for the Pirates. And Gibson rolls a 15 for an 8. That's a ground ball to short. Tinker with it on to first. 1 away. Harry Swasina rolls a 52 for a 27. It's a ground ball over to the third baseman Steinfeld this time, who throws to first. And there's 2 down. Beals Becker up there now. Rolls a 25 for an 8, and that's a fly ball over to center field, and it's going to be Slagle who has that for the out, and we go to the bottom of the 5th. Very, very quiet game. We've had a couple of these really quiet games in a row here in 1908. Here's Wildfire Schultz, who rolls a 51 for a 9. Single, and Schultz is then thrown out trying to steal, so there's 1 away. 3rd hit of the game for the Cubs, only the 4th hit of the game overall. Here is Brown. Brown rolls a 63 for a 29. Comebacker to Liefeld, who throws to first. There's 2 away. Here's Johnny Evers. Rolls a 24 for a 31, fly ball center field, and it's going to be, where are you? Becker has that one for the out. And we'll go to the top of the 6th. Lefty Liefeld comes up for the Pirates. 1-0 the score, close game. Liefeld rolls a 31 for a 9. That's a single over short, and that brings up Honus Wagner. Liefeld is slow, so we're not going to run with him much. Wagner's hitting 307. He's 0 for 2 today. He does have some slugging. He's driven an 8. And Wagner's rolls a 33 for a 0. And his next roll, as you can see here, is a 54 for a 6, and that'll be a double over first, and Liefeld will go to third, hold there. Double for Wagner, and there's nobody out, and the infield comes in. This brings up Fred Clark, and who do you fear most, Clark or Leach? You're not going to bunt because Liefeld is such a poor runner, so we'll swing away, but the infield will come in and we'll try to cut the runoff at the plate. The roll is a 16 for a 28, and that's a ground ball to the shortstop, Tinker, who looks Liefeld back and throws on to first. 1 away. Infield comes in again as Tommy Leach is up there. Leach hitting 225, 11 runs batted in, and with 2 home runs. And he rolls a 22 for a 7. That's a single left center field, and that will score 2, and Leach ends up on at second base. So the Pirates have done it. They have managed to come back. Big 6th inning off of Three-Finger Brown, one of the best in the business. Here now is Owen Wilson. And there is still a runner on at second base. Wilson's roll is a 56 for a 34. It's a pop-up over to the left side. The second baseman, Evers, has that for the out. 2 away. Abaticio's up there. He rolls a 46 for a 30. It'll be a fly ball left field. Sheckard's got that, and we go to the bottom of the 6th. 2-1 now the score in favor of the Pirates. And here is Frank Chance. Chance rolls a 15 for an 11. That will be a single for Chance, and he then steals second base, and that brings up Jimmy Sheckard. So runner on at second, nobody out. Sheckard, 12 RBIs, hitting 269, but has a bunch of power. 419 slugging percentage is good for a man with no home runs, in 1908 at least. Sheckard rolls a 26 for a 27. Ground ball over to third. Leach has it on to first. 1 gone. Jimmy Slagle up there now. Slagle rolls a 35 for a 40. That's going to be a fly ball over to right field, and Wilson has that for the catch. It's deep, though, and Chance is able to move over to third. There's 2 away now for Johnny Kling. And Kling rolls a 66 for a 0, and his second roll is a 61 for a 6. That'll be a double to right, and that will tie this ball game. Up next is Joe Tinker. 2-2 the game. Runner on a second, 2 outs. Tinker rolls a 44 for an 8, and that's a ground ball back to Liefeld, who throws to first. And that does it for the Cubs. In the bottom of the 6th, they get the 1 run back. It's a 2-2 ball game, and we go to the top of the 7th. George Gibson up there. Gibson for the Pirates rolls a 43 for a 29. Comebacker to Three-Finger Brown, who throws to first. 1 away. Harry Swasina now the batter. And he rolls a 55 for an 8. That's a ground ball to the shortstop, Tinker, who throws to first. 2 away. Beals Becker. Becker rolls a 36 for a 33. Here is a little E roll. and it's a 65, so it's out of the range. That's a pop-up to the left side, and the second baseman, Evers, has that for the out. And we go to the bottom of the 7th, and this one is tight, believe me. Harry Steinfeld is up. Rolls a 14 for a 47. There is a little E-roll. It's a 42. It's out of the range. Fly ball left field. Clark has that for the out, one away. Here's Wildfire Schultz. Nobody on, bottom of the 7th. He rolls a 61 for a 32. Fly ball to right, and Wilson has that, 2 gone. And here is Three Finger Brown. Brown rolls a 36 for a 33. It's going to be a pop-up over to second, and Abaticio has that for the out, and we go to the top of the 8th inning. So nobody's been able to break the spell here since that 6th inning. Here's lefty Liefeld, 2-2 still the score. Liefeld rolls a 32 for a 26, ground ball to Evers, and he throws to first, one away. Here's Honus Wagner, who's 1 for 3 today with that double, and scored a run. Wagner rolls a 62 for a 12. It's going to be a quiet ground ball over to Frank Chance, who grabs it and goes over to the bag for the second out. Fred Clark now rolls a 44 for an 8. That's going to be a fly ball to center, and Slagle's got that one, and we go to the bottom of the 8th inning. Johnny Evers is up there once again. Rolls a 56 for a 14. That's a walk from Liefeld, and you knew that was going to be his undoing. It's hit and run time with Frank Chance coming up. He rolls a 61 for 37, and that's a strike. Evers able to steal second, so now there's that runner on a second, as good as a bunt, if not better. Chance now rolls a 22 for a 7. That's a single to right field, and that will score the runner. And so that does it, and it's a 3-2 ball game now in favor of the Cubs. And all they need from here on out is for Three-Fingered Brown to go up there and get them 3 good outs, 1 per finger. So there you have it. Chance scores in the go-ahead run in this game. Drives in, rather, and here's Jimmy Sheckard. Runner on at first. Chance will move. Rolls a 52 for a 27. Ground ball third base. Leach has to go to first with Chance all the way over to second. There's 1 away, and here's Slagle. Slagle followed by Kling. Slagle, 12 RBIs, 250 the average. No slugging. Rolls a 52 for a 27. That's a ground ball again to Leach, who throws to first, and Chance cannot move up this time. 2 gone, and here's Johnny Kling. And Kling rolls a 62 for a 12. That's a strikeout, and we will go to the top of the 9th inning. So fasten your seatbelts here as we go to the 9th. Tommy Leach is the leadoff hitter here for the Pirates against Three-Fingered Brown. Brown, no strikeouts, no walks. 21 strikeouts in the season against 11 walks. 1.57 ERA, 181 batted against average. What a player. Leach rolls a 54 for a 45. That'll be a fly ball to right field. Schultz has that, 1 away. Here's Owen Wilson. He's 0 for 3. Hitting .232. Wilson's rolls a 54 for a 45, fly ball to right, and it's going to be Schultz who has that, 2 away, and it's Abaticio. And Abaticio rolls a 66 for a 0, and then a 35 for a 6. That'll be a double to right center field, and so we'll see if that makes a big difference or not. Abaticio ends up as the runner on at second base with 2 outs here in the top of the 9th inning, and this is sort of the hour of need for the Pirates. Abaticio, not exactly the fastest runner in the world. George Gibson has 6 RBIs this season, so we're going to take a look here at Abaticio first and see if there's somebody we have who's a little bit faster. What we care about is getting someone who is fast. That's all that we care about, and we have Danny Mueller who can do that. So Mueller will come in as the pinch hitter. And now Gibson, this is the next question. Do we have anybody who looks like they have a better card than his? I think there are a couple of people, and I think it's going to be Roy Thomas who will come in here as the pinch hitter. So Roy Thomas comes into this game with a runner on at second base, a 3-2 ball game. The Pirates are down, 2 outs, top of the 9th inning. Very, very exciting. Let's see what this roll is. And it's a 45 for a 14, and so Brown has lost him, and that is a big roll. That is a big roll. That will bring up Swasina. Probably another pinch hitter here for the Pirates who have nothing to lose. But that is really, really big for Brown, in part because it means that he has dropped a grade. And so Brown now is a C, and Swasina is not hitting anything at all. And so we're going to pinch hit for him again. Question is, do we do like a Charlie Starr? Starr has more base hits. I think he has some more potential, but maybe not. We could do Hunky Shaw. I love Hunky Shaw, but we're not going to do that to him. And the other chance that we have really is Warren Gill. Gill makes a little bit more sense, I would think. I'm just doing a quick comparison here of hit numbers. Gill, though, has that 9. This is the problem that I have, right? So, the feeling that I get is that we're probably going to wind up just leaving Swasina in as I'm looking over his card. The one problem I have is that 8 on 44. Maybe if we had one of these 9s on 44, although no, we won an 8 instead of a 9. That's true because we're up against a C. So even when I try to APBA ball it, I think the answer is still to let Swasina hit for himself. Runners on at first and second, top of the 9th inning, 2 men out. Here is Swasina. He rolls a 25 for a 9, and it's a ground ball over to the third baseman. Steinfeld has that and throws over to first base for the out. And so that does it. There was a second guessing and third guessing, and then the roll ended up being a 25, and he landed on the 9. I was hoping, for the sake of the Pirates, that he could hit one of those 8s, because an 8 is a base hit that ties the ball game. This was a real thriller, as the Pirates came so close to making it happen, but they end up going down in defeat. Cubs will be 19-7, Pirates 13-13, and they need a rethink for this season. And I sure hope you enjoyed that one. I will come to you again with another game tomorrow. We'll see you then. Bye-bye.